Recently made a video. I was talking about how I don't believe that AI is going to directly steal my dev job. And I still don't. I believe there's a shift happening. Before there were engineers who could get paid just to write syntax, and that job is dying. But there were also always engineers who were paid to they were able to write syntax, but they were paid to design systems, and they're paid to make sure that one system can connect to another and one system works well with another. That job is still there. I'm almost now a code editor rather than a code writer. So the AI generates the code, but I have to verify that it's not lying to me, that I have to read what it output and make sure that it actually solves the problem, or and actually solves the problem the right way. It might not have all of the context that I have. I'm the one in all the meetings understanding what the product needs to do, and AI doesn't have that. It has this prompt, and I have to think, oh, okay, this is what it generated. It solved what I asked it, but actually there's something else, some more context I need to give it. Or it actually solved this but broke something else. Or it actually solved this but exposed something that's really dangerous, a vulnerability if I were to commit this code. Or this would work for 10 users but not 1,000 users or 1,000,000 users. These are the type of questions that I have to answer as an engineer. And so my job now is a code editor. And I guide and verify the AI to a point where the code meets my standards, and then I commit it, and then I submit a pull request, and then other engineers chime in. And if they have ideas, suggestions, then I go back to the loop. So essentially what I'm saying is you need the human in the loop. But I did mention in that video, I said, will AI steal my dev job? I did mention that AI is making me 2 to 3 times more productive. And this person said, but if you and all other devs are more productive, then over the industry, it will get rid of many jobs, and one of them could be yours. Totally fair line of thought. And here's my response to that. Will AI indirectly delete my dev job? My answer to that is short term, maybe. Long term, no. And I want to dig into why that's my answer. So short term, maybe. It really all depends on whether or not the tech company that you're working at or I'm working at grows. So if AI causes all these developers to be 3 times to output 3 times as much, but the company's just stagnant, then yeah, why do they need all the engineers? They will fire those engineers. But if the company grows really fast because the engineers are outputting more, I would think they would keep the engineers, or maybe they need to even hire more engineers because now they're growing really fast and they have to build more things or iterate more, or they have customers that need more things, or a wider customer base, and some customers need different things that they need engineers to now go build. So I really think it depends on how I guess what a way to summarize this is are we going to see tech growth? Tech growth is racing against AI efficiency, and it depends company by company how that's going to shake out. I also think we're going to see some growth, or even just starting up of much leaner teams doing really well. So I'll give you an example. Imagine that there was a founder and he always had an idea to build something, but he didn't have the resources to hire 3 engineers. But he does have the resources to hire 1 engineer. And because 1 engineer is outputting 3x, he hires 1 engineer and they go and build something. That job just got created because of AI. So this gets into some macroeconomics where I don't really know how this is all going to affect things in the short term. We might see some recalibration. We might see some growth. It all depends on what company you're at. But over the long term, I still am betting on software engineering. See, I think that, man, my lips are so chapped. I think that technology is here to stay. And as long as humans are around, we're going to constantly be innovating and growing and trying to build newer and better things. We're constantly going to be trying to build things to improve our lives. Or I hope that we eventually get this shift until we are constantly trying to build stuff to improve the planet. I mean, I know some of that is already happening, but I'm hoping that there's a huge green wave in my lifetime, in our lifetime, where you just see these people just building things that are improving the planet, and that is like where all the innovation is happening on planet healing technology. But point is, as long as humans are around, there's gonna be a need for technology and a desire to grow and improve things, improve technology, and a lot of that technology is gonna need software. So I'm still betting on software long term, just like I'm betting on healthcare long term. I think as long as we have humans, man, my lips are really chapped and it's just dry. Let me just grab a glass of water quick. I think as long as we have humans, we're gonna healthcare. I'm betting on healthcare long term. So, for example, I just think as long as you have humans, we're gonna be improving. We're gonna want to improve how fast we respond to somebody getting injured or hurt, or improving the health of people. I believe that as long as humans are around, there's going to be innovations of some sort in finance, how to manage the exchange of value from one human to another. There's always going to be innovations there. For those of you who've been watching some of my videos for a while, you know that I'm a big fan of Bitcoin. That's a huge innovation in the finance realm. It's now my cat. There's been a lot of distractions in this video, but I'm gonna wrap this up here. My answer: will AI delete my dev job? Indirectly, meaning will it cause all these developers to become really, really productive and then delete my dev job because all these developers are really productive? Short term, maybe. Long term, no. So that's all I got for y'all, and I'll talk to y'all on the next one.